This is Record Royale, where we throw two albums into the ring with one another and see which one comes out on top. Hello. We're back for another ep of the pod, episode 89. Pretty close to the triple figures now. We're getting there.
Yeah.
No Brad today. His modems exploded, his words, not mine. But it's all good. Will's here, Adam's here. Adam, how are we? What's been happening?
Really good. Not a heap. Quit my job at the supermarket.
Whoa!
I've been working at. So that's exciting. Moving on to some support work, which is really cool. Had a bit of a weird couple of days in the lead up. I got my jab, my booster, completely sent me for 6 for like 3 days, and I thought I must have just had COVID.
Booster rocked me.
I was gonna quit on the Sunday, right? And that was gonna be my last day because I got a bit of a quick turnaround with the job, and I was only casual anyway. And this was the Friday. I was meant to work the Friday, and I had to call in sick because I was just feeling so crook. I couldn't sleep. And the morning of, I was already nervous about this whole situation, right? Because everyone's always nervous about leaving a job. And then I chucked a sickie and felt bad about it. But then my dog, who can't get upstairs in our house, it's 2-story, and all the bedrooms are upstairs, and there's usually a gate in front of it. He jumped the gate one fateful morning and just appeared in my bed when I was really crook. And I went to send a selfie of me and my dog, and I'm shirtless with my nipple out in quite a suggestive pose, but I didn't realize it at the time. Tried to send it to my girlfriend Georgia, shout out, but I accidentally sent it to my boss.
Oh, fucking hell.
Directly after saying, can't come into work today, mate. And then just send him this photo of me. And it does look like I'm spooning my dog Benji. It looks quite sexual, and my nipples there. And my last day could have been a special one, but it was just, everyone was like, oh, so you rooting your dog, are ya? Leaving work to root your dog? Anyway.
Oh, no. Wait, so that's what he said to you?
Yeah. Yeah, he actually sent me... he was like...
Thanks for the 4 years.
Yeah, he's like, good on you, Mitchell Pearce. All that jazz. You know? Anywho.
That's funny.
Quite funny. I'll have to show you the photo at some point. Won't be posting it on the socials.
That's
it's
big
pretty
news,
bad.
Though. That's big news you're done here. Even the Record Royale listeners, you've been talking about that job for since we started.
It's been a while. I'll have no more shitty customer stories, unfortunately. But
that's all right. Speaking of new jobs, well, this isn't a job, but I recently started doing DoorDash deliveries. I only did it last weekend. I cannot recommend it enough.
Really?
They're easy. This is for everyone. It is the easiest shit you will ever do. And I I drove around for 4 hours last week, and I got $40 an hour.
Really?
For doing that. Yeah. I went at pretty busy times, so you get a little bit more money when it's busy. But why would you not go when it's busy? Because you get more money.
Do you get paid for petty? No,
that's the only thing. But if you think of it, I probably only spent what? Petty's pretty expensive at the moment, but maybe $10 in that 4 hours on petrol. Right. I'm just trying to it's an estimate, a guesstimate. So
it's still worth.
It's good. It's very worth it. Everyone, DoorDash, do it. I'm gonna do it every weekend. I reckon.
Sick. That's
no
so
beers
good.
For me. Just deliver.
I've always
food.
wondered about that.
Yeah, so easy. Heaps quick. I saw today. Friends of the pod, Eliza and the Delusionals have a debut album.
Yeah.
May 20th.
And they released a new song today. It's so
good. They did too?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I have to go around and listen to that. Also, the Debbies released Let You Know, their new single. Pretty sure they put out a video as well, and it's probably heaps good. Their videos are always so good, really cinematic.
It's really good. Big party clip.
Yeah.
The teens will love it, I reckon.
That's exciting. You know what else is exciting? I got some exciting news from our friends at Manscaped. They just launched their 4th generation performance package.
They did.
Did you know what it includes?
I list it off? I do, in fact, but you can rattle it off to me anyway.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Lawnmower 4.0.
Of course.
You heard that right, the 4.0.
Not the 3, not the 2, but the 4.
The Weed Whacker ear and nose trimmer. Nose hair trimmer, not actual nose and ear. Hair trimmer. Fuck me, I need that.
I need it bad, yeah.
Some serious business happening
For
in
sure.
my nose and ears at the moment. Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant.
It's great
Crop
stuff.
Reviver Toner. Performance Boxer Briefs. Let me tell ya, they're good.
They are so good.
And a travel bag to hold all your Manscaped goodies. Seriously, what more could you want? I'll tell you what more you could want. 20% off and free shipping with the code ROYALE at manscaped.com. That is right, my friends. 20% off and free shipping with the code ROYALE at manscaped.com. Your balls have been through enough this past year, so treat them with the best tools for the job. From our friends at Manscaped. Man, I love that shit. All right, we're gonna chat to good friends, not just of the pod, just friends from the back in our early introduction into the music scene.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Newy days.
Jake Johnson, Campbell Burns from Vacations. They're killing it at the moment. They've been killing it for years now. They're about to go to America. We chat all that good shit. Plus, we chat Rainbow. I've done it again. Radiohead and Bonobo. Two very good albums. Enjoy this one. Enjoy. Everyone has their claim to fame. For example, we all have connections to NRL players. I played footy with Jesse Ramian from the Cronulla Sharks. I was pretty good compared to Jesse. Adam went to school with Braden Burns from the Bulldogs. But collectively as a podcast, we will be able to look back in years to come and say, hey, we are friends with the guys that run that really funny meme Instagram account. And they're also one of Australia's most popular bands. Welcome back to the show, Campbell Burns and Jake Johnson from Vacations. How are you, lads?
Thank you for having us.
Doing well. It's lovely to be back here.
I got through that intro very well. What's been happening? You got a big few weeks coming up, big few months actually.
A lot of training.
Yeah.
A lot of preparation.
It's been like Rocky Montage and Vacations HQ at the moment.
Every single day, every single hour is a montage.
Running up hills and whatnot. Not actually jamming, just not practicing the songs, just running around.
Practicing high kicks like whilst performing and doing juice cleanses.
Where's Rocky? Where's Rocky from? Is he from Philly?
Philly.
I feel as though it's Philly. You're gonna surely.
Oh yeah, you can probably do the Rocky montage. You go.
We're gonna be in
So funny. We need to get Joey to do the Rocky montage.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Just run up the stairs at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or at least
That
like
looks
walk
a
on
lot of
stage.
stairs. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, just make him do it.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, so the Monster US tour coming up in a few weeks. Dates literally selling out around the country. That's fucking awesome. You guys must be so stoked to get back over there as well. Any places you're most keen to hit up?
Definitely most keen for New York. I've just always wanted to go there, whether it's for music or just for whatever else. But now I'm going there for music. It's just like, it's crazy. Just always wanted to see that city. So yeah, I'm really excited.
You spending much time there?
Yeah, we have 2 days off in New York, so I'm keen to see the city, see the sights and sounds, and then we have a show a couple days after that at a venue called Elsewhere, which I don't know, it should be great.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I think every band that we've talked to that have been to America, they're always like, oh, it's good, but you've got to fit in so many dates in such a brief time that you don't do any of the touristy stuff. But if you've got a couple of days off, that's
there's not many days off.
That's a
The
dream.
schedule is really packed, so I completely get it.
A whole lot. There is so many shows. Lots of like big like runs back together, which I think the most amount of shows we played back to back was when we toured Europe. I think it was like 6 days back to back.
Now we're doing 9, I think.
9 or 10. And I'm just like, ugh.
It's just so funny because like when you think of touring in Australia, no one plays shows on like a Tuesday or like a
in Australia you can still be working your like Monday to Friday day job essentially, and then just be blocking out weekends. Like every weekend for a month, you can hit all of the major cities kind of thing.
Yeah. Which
it's just completely different.
It's not even just music. I don't know. Like I've been noticed it with sport, like the Big Bash, the cricket that was on. If there was a game like on a Tuesday or a Monday, there was no one there. And like Australia played T20s the other night, no one there. It's just
right.
Australians just don't They just don't go to much. I've decided. Like they just
In the
don't
week.
really.
Similar
yeah.
and yet different.
different.
Like, culturally, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you look at
Yeah, if you were
America.
gonna play shows here, it's like you might do a Wednesday or a Thursday, but traditionally I feel like it's always Friday to Sunday. But then
Yeah, you might hit whatever the like quote unquote student
night
is.
yeah, like might get student night, but then yeah, US is just like play every day, and it's so fun because it's just
Which
so
is
much
awesome.
easier.
Yeah, it's so much better. I don't think I've like actually spoken to you guys about it, but I swear it is always like blowing up online. Like years ago, it was like what, through SoundCloud, YouTube, and now you guys have just gone like nuclear on TikTok as well. How's this like whole online extravaganza experience been? And what's it like to be the most famous people that we know now?
Do you think about that often? You're like, yeah, we're the most famous guys the Record Royale guys know. Pretty good. We've done it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think about that.
That's good.
That's thought it never crossed my mind. It's wild. It's a lot to take in, seeing the numbers just keep going up and up and up, especially during a pandemic as well. It's a bit, for me at least, I feel like it's a bit disjointed because we'd have meetings with our label or management and they'd be like, oh, you guys have broken a new statistic. And at first it was exciting and it was fun, but then at a certain point it doesn't mean as much. Like, it's still amazing, don't get me wrong, but it does just end up becoming a statistic.
Yeah,
So
without
like,
the shows, it's like...
Yeah, without the shows or putting like, you know, like actually seeing fans, actually like physically experiencing something.
It sounds a little rude, but I definitely feel like there's a part of me that is being told it should be incredible and amazing. I should be stoked about it, but like there is that huge disconnect when you're not seeing people or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, I think that's
kind of what I imagine, like maybe an Instagram influencer or something would feel like, except we're not selling like skinny tea or something or a pyramid scheme, but we're just getting like
absolutely not selling a
That's not part of the Vacations merch for the tour?
Not
Vacations tea?
But like we're getting like a lot of streams, and I'm like, initially I'm like, this is incredible, and now it's like it just does become the norm after a certain point. Like, this is great. I'm sure when we start playing the shows and stuff, I'm going to be blown away, and it's going to be so like humbling and wonderful. And
we'll make it real.
Yeah, we'll finally make it real after like 2 years of just not really playing shows. So
my friends at JB keep bullying me, calling me their famous friend, even though they are in bands I consider to be like way more successful in terms of like their scene and Australia, which like cracks me up. It's very sweet, but I don't think I've ever taken that positive.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, you're in Newcastle and everyone kind of knows each other as well. So you're probably not having that like, oh, you might have had it a bit in Newcastle, but just that like disjointed, like that fan that you don't know coming up to you or whatever and saying that they really love it. Because in Newcastle,
I did get approached by someone recently. Like, I just got a haircut and I was walking back to my car, and then like my peripheral vision, like I just see this kid like walking over to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. And he's just like, hey, Campbell. I was like, you're Campbell, right? I was like, yes. Yes, that's me. He's like, you're in that band, The Vacations, right? And I was like, yeah, I am. He asked for a photo. It was really sweet. And then I was like, oh, what's your name? What band are you in? And like, you know, tell me like about your music and stuff, because he was getting really excited. It was sweet, but I was like, oh, it's happening here now. Like, it was, yeah.
But I feel like as soon as you go out somewhere new, because that's all you'll cop. Like, it won't just be people that you already know that are just like, oh, wow, you guys, like us, who've known you guys for ages and saying, totally. Oh, this is so good for you guys. You probably don't feel the same like sense of this is really going somewhere until you're going to meet completely new people that go, you're my favorite band.
Yeah, and it's like the other side of the world.
Yeah, I think it's going to be crazy for you guys. Quite mind-blowing.
I was going to say, even just like seeing the shows sell out in America must have been pretty dope.
It's weird. It's
weird.
It's really cool. It's the best thing ever. I hope I'm not sounding like a prick or anything.
No, not at all. No.
But
you are. You sound like a prick.
I knew it.
The first like couple sellouts was like, oh my god, like that's insane. Like, I think LA sold out in a couple of days, and then shortly after it's like San Francisco, and then maybe Joey's going to correct me on this, but then it might have been like Chicago or New York, and then venues started getting upgraded, and then other places started selling out. And again, it's sort of like the streaming thing. It's just like, oh, okay, cool, like that's great. like that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But till I'm there seeing it, I just still don't. It's almost like I just still don't believe it. It's like a big prank or something. Like,
I think part of my imposter kind of
I was gonna say
brain is like it's all a prank, dude.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a prank. Like this, the record label's fake. Our manager's fake. They just keep like gassing us up, being like, sold our show.
Ashton Kutcher's gonna come out around the corner.
It'll be like, it's back, baby. We brought a special back in, and you.
No, I don't think that's the case. Is there any good supports you'd like to shout out that you're gonna have on this tour that us mere Australians might not know about just yet?
We have Harmless and Dream Girl supporting us. So one will be supporting us for the East Coast and one for the West. I can't remember which right now, which I feel kind of bad about that, but
that's all good.
Really geography cool is neither of us.
They probably won't listen to our pod.
No, they will when we ask them to.
But yeah, they're our main supporters. We're really keen to meet them, hang out, and just have a jam.
I hadn't heard Harmless before, but Joey was really excited about seeing them on the list of like potential supports. But I've listened to Dream Girl a whole bunch, and so seeing a band you kind of like idolize or at least think is really cool as like a support is really crazy for me.
Yeah,
I find. Like it's super exciting. It's like, really, awesome. You wanna come on our tour? That's really nice of you.
That's great. That's really good to hear.
That's truly awesome, guys. I'm so stoked for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I can't wait to see some footage, little Instagram videos,
expecting all that footage so hard, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'll try not to do too much shit posting while I'm over there.
No, do it, please.
No, you don't have to post them. You keep posting memes. I'll find the videos on someone else's.
What do you think of the shit posting era?
Love it.
It's actually hilarious. Like
I love it how it's at the height of your popularity. This is when you decided to do it, which is the best part of it. That's what I really like. When you have the most people watching, just turn into shit posting. It's really good. Lots of respect.
I think it's the other way around, but I think it was shit posting got us to.
I was going to say, have the engagement levels honestly gone up? Like they would.
Yeah, so that's what I love and hate. Ever since shit posting, ever since posting I don't have to think about it whatsoever. It is the most brain dead content, and it's abundant because it's so easy just to go onto the internet and find whatever meme is trending. You get more traction than posting something that
serious.
Like a live,
so much
thought, so much care. Like you got the PR team behind it, you got like this and that. I can just find a meme in like 30 seconds, and it has much more chance of like going viral or getting more traction than something that is like really like purposely curated and thought out and like created. It's just
record labels hate this man with this one simple trick.
Publicists around the world.
Yeah.
Have you seen
analysts are baffled?
Have you seen the TikTok account by any chance?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I've moved the shit posting to there. I kind of archived it on Instagram because I think it got to a point where people thought we were an actual meme account and we'd been hacked. And I was like, I can't. This isn't canon. Like I'm taking this out now.
I did have a look at
it. You just interrupt it to be like, here's a public service announcement for actual vacation shows or anything like that. And then back to shit posting.
Yeah, because I did an actual post about the tour and people were like, oh, where's the meme? And I was like, no. This is getting too much now. So I got rid of all of that. But I started getting terrible mobile game ads on my Instagram.
Oh, no. I get them as well. Yeah. And I think I saw one of your. Did you make a TikTok about it?
Yeah, well, what I do now is I just screen record it and then crop it. I forgot to do a second. Screen record it, crop it, and then just add like Telephones or some vacation song, and then just post on the TikTok. And like that's now trending, and now Telephones is trending. Like
that's so funny.
Took no effort. It's just like me being, haha, that's funny. I'm just gonna do it, and then it works. I'm like, fuck.
I've been getting really weird ads on Instagram. Sorry, we're just detouring so much, but on Instagram I've been getting constantly like just these musicians that have obviously paid for sponsorship, but they're all like really bad, and it's almost like it could be a bit, and I can't figure out if it is or not.
They're always genuine though, and they've got like 10 followers.
Yeah, they've got like 10 followers.
Like, fuck, like,
and they're from the US, so they've paid like thousands of dollars to get this ad.
You guys have or something? Or?
I don't remember any of the names off the top of my head. I've definitely sent a few through to the band account, but now my algorithm's changed and now it's gone back to mobile ads because that's
fair copy.
what I'm watching. So
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, well, I guess
Endless entertainment.
It's a good tip anyway. I might start posting memes. I actually will post memes. I'm going to do that.
Well, yeah, memes work.
Yeah.
Get a handle on that and kind of get to know your audience and then just
give the people what they want.
Yeah, it just works. I don't.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll take that under advisement. So you're back for round 2 on the pod. 2 new albums. Why'd you go with In Rainbows and Black Sands, boys?
So I think me and Jake decided on the theme of albums from our teenage years, and again, it's a good theme, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good theme.
You're definitely like a sponge for music at that age. And you really like idolize bands quite a lot more, I think, too. Like you really delve into it. You delve into the lore.
I feel like there's like it's such a weird changing time that you're totally there for new experiences and you remember, like you have a lot of like memories and stuff tied to those songs.
Absolutely.
Stuff makes big impacts.
Yeah, big impacts. And I just find myself like, if I'm listening to music now, like I'll have like artists I really love and like it's great and I'll like enjoy the music and stuff like, but as a teenager listening to music, I would try and always read like the credits and see who did this and who did that and like the story and how did they write it and how did they do this. I don't really find myself doing that as much.
Watch every interview they've ever done.
That's stuff like that. Yeah,
boomer
live show,
boomer moment, like Shugi boomer moment, but music's so accessible now.
It is. It's almost to a fault because I feel like you used to like either download it from LimeWire and like it's like a bit of a fucking like a bit of a situation. It takes ages and you've got the album there, and because it took so long and like completely destroyed your computer when you did it, you kind of hold on to it a little bit and you're like, all right, this is my album for like a couple of weeks or whatever, rather than now.
A lot of embarrassing memories of downloading like certain songs, like a Metallica song or whatever, or a Linkin Park song, and it'd be like Linkin Park, but instead of numb, it would be like a different word from the chorus, like the correct title for the song, and someone at school and in the schoolyard would be like, oh, like I love this band, like this is my favorite song, and I'd be like, oh, I love this song, and be like, that's not a song, you fucking idiot, and I'd just be ousted as just.
That used to happen so often. I don't even know why. That used to happen. Anyway. I used to cop that all the time.
Well, I'm glad because I thought that was like a deep insight into my side.
No. I used to cop that. I also used to cop. I would think it would come up and say like Aerosmith play "Smells Like Teen Spirit." Like it'd just be like a completely different artist and the song, and I'd be like, "Oh, that must be a cover," and then download it, and it would just be like an ad. It would just be like, "Join this gambling site right now." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I've killed my computer." With that one fatal swoop. Anyway.
And then you just feign ignorance. You're like, I have no idea why this is happening. I haven't done it before.
I had too much faith in LimeWire, I think.
Yeah.
So despite like all the issues, it does remind me of going to record stores and flipping through vinyl, and like when you do find that song or whatever, it really like resonates with you.
You hold on to it. And then like I would always make
like mixtapes, but I'd put on like a USB stick and I would share with my friends, and then you'd have this kind of like economy at your school going, like who's got like
we had that too. Yeah.
It's like who's got like the shoegaze albums, or who's got this kind of album, or the weird like eclectic stuff. It's just super interesting, and it was always really fun. And then you'd be like talking about it and stuff, and it was kind of more like community focused.
Handoffs in the schoolyard.
We had that. Yeah, we had that music and then also movies. So everyone in the class would watch like the same movie at the same time because it was on there.
Yeah,
so wholesome though.
It is. It's kind of beautiful community.
I don't think anymore. Like I feel like it only really exists now under maybe YouTube and like really niche like playlists, and then people in the comments talking about it. But
also you can't ignore the fact that we're not in school anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe we'll swap in USBs. Like we don't know.
Yeah, I reckon they're just all up in that algorithm.
Maybe we start doing it in Newcastle.
USB swaps.
We get just a hard drive of music, pass it around. Yeah, it'd be kind of beautiful.
Don't bust me that shoegaze USB. I already got it. Last week. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's a
funny. It sounds like a treasure hunt or something.
Yeah. Be fun.
All right, I'm gonna run through little facts of these bands. We did the Bends by Radiohead in an early episode with Brave from Dear Seattle. We did it against the Coldplay album.
We did against
their first one. Parachutes. Yeah, it won convincingly. The Bends did, but Parachutes pretty good actually. And
great album.
All of the early Coldplay albums.
Yeah, all the early Coldplay stuff is actually really beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Now they've just taken like a wacky route.
It's not a good like.
Well, we're approaching the Coldplay climax, as it were.
Yeah, I think we're way past that.
Yeah,
they should just go back.
We should gotta call it quits or something. Yeah.
Other bands just do like play their albums in full, just like the early ones. Something. Although they can do what they want. Who am I to talk?
Fans what they want, but it's kind of admitting defeat at that point. Being like, all right, we'll play that one album.
Got nothing else, but we'll make heaps of money off this, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Silent Alarm, back to the front. Let's go, baby.
Fuck, I wish I went to that show.
Direct hit that one.
That was a critical hit, yeah.
What a critical hit.
All right, yeah, Radiohead from UK in 1985. This was their 7th studio album, released on October 10th, 2007, as a pay-what-you-want download. Did not know that.
That's right. Yeah. They were the first band to test the model.
Yeah, followed by, there was a physical release eventually through XL Recordings. But yeah, that blew my mind. It was produced by Nigel Godrich, who produced all their studio albums, as well as stuff from Beck, Paul McCartney, U2, R.E.M., bunch more. And Bob Ludwig mastered this album. He's worked with Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Nirvana, just a few. There was two really singles, after the Pay What You Want release, Jigsaw Falling Into Place and Nude. Peaked at 2 in Australia, 1 in the UK, 1 in the States. It was nominated for the 2008 Mercury Prize, won the Grammy Award for Best Alternative Music Album and Best Boxed or Special Limited Edition Package, whatever the fuck that award is.
At Rolling Stone? At the Grammys?
At the Grammys, yeah.
What?
It's actually a double album, which is the funny thing.
Yeah, true.
Really?
But, yeah, if you get I remember, because I used to be a huge Radiohead nerd, but I remember if you got the special edition, there was like a part 2. And I think it was like another 8 or 10 tracks, and it's like a full album. You can find it online and stuff. I remember checking it out, and it's like just as good.
Yeah, okay, right.
So Radiohead.
It was just like a little special physical thing. It's crazy.
That's sick.
And of course, have to mention it. Rolling Stone magazine's 387th best album of all time.
Pretty high up.
387.
A lot of albums. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
that's a lot of praise. Wild.
How'd they get that number? They actually redrew these lists and it moved up. It was 390th or something 10 years ago, and now it's 387. So well done. Well done to In Rainbows. All right, Bonobo, British producer, DJ, Simon Green. This is his 4th studio album, released on March 29th, 2010 by Ninja Tune Records. That's literally all the facts I have. I don't really have much else. It was obviously self-produced. There was no singles. Didn't chart. However... So Kong can be heard during a scene, the song Kong on Black Sands, that is, can be heard during a scene in an episode of House of Cards, and House of Cards is a song on In Rainbows.
Oh, that's interesting.
What do you think about that fun fact? I tried to see...
foil hat conspiracy theory for
Yeah.
I knew these albums were connected in some way.
Yeah. I tried to see if the song House of Cards was based off the book. It's not, so it's not. So don't worry. And
Have you guys seen House of Cards? Is it good?
Haven't seen it. No.
Never. Didn't watch it, and then Kevin Spacey came out.
It's got Kevin Spacey, yeah.
He's now a pedo, so can't watch it.
Not great.
It's now banned.
Yeah.
That show.
Well,
blacklist.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for the facts. Let's get into the elements. First thing I noticed, the guitars on this Rainbow. Fuck me. Radiohead album.
This Rainbow.
I mixed both
on Rainbow
album
Road.
And band name. Rainbow Head. Rainbow Head. The guitars are unreal. I dare say, maybe, their best guitar work. Maybe.
Oh, don't know if it's their best guitar work.
It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good.
Okay, computer.
I would put it up there. I feel like
I
It's
know.
up
Okay,
there.
Benz is like
okay,
a very
computer.
guitar-heavy album, which I do adore. I think okay,
Yeah, but this
Computer's,
is
like kind
yeah.
of, but you can totally nerd out about all the albums. I feel like it's kind of the Kanye effect as well, where it's like which album's the best, and everyone's like very like
Yeah.
Passionate
fanatical
about their
the,
favorite.
about the positioning and placement of these albums. But yeah, the guitars stunning on some of these.
They are
tracks.
stunning. They are really
I'm
nice.
all about the drums and bass on this
Me too.
album.
I was going to say that's my...
On this album in particular, the percussion is gorgeous.
And just the rhythms. Like some of the they're just like so trancey, but like also build so much tension as well.
Yeah.
You're kind of always on edge with this album, which is so sick, I reckon.
Yeah, when the bass comes in on 15 Steps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. The drums and like percussion as well, like on 15 Step, make it such a fun and like bright kind of opening album.
I didn't expect that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to see the open.
I feel like it really draws you in because it's just not a like standard kind of rock and roll backbeat or something. It's always
it's like in 5/4 or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in like a really it's a cool time signature.
I read that it's meant to represent, the whole song is meant to represent the feeling of forgetting something, or like having a sudden realization that's not everything is fully okay. So it's kind of like melancholic, and you've just got that like underlying little stressful feeling, which you kind of do get.
I don't know if I felt that. But
I
maybe
just
I'm
feel
wrong.
like it's a bop.
It
feels so like,
it is beautiful.
Yeah, that like kid sample as well. Where we're going like yay, like I'm like it's just fun. Like I get a very fun vibe from it. But hearing that, I'm like okay, that's interesting. Like
that's just what old mate York said. So I don't think you don't have to take that fully. You can just pick your own meaning. But yeah, pretty cool. It's all kind of about a similar thing.
So
Mm.
You guys said this is like from your teenage years. Was it just this Radiohead album, or like was it all Radiohead?
For me, I associate this album with a very specific memory on Christmas one. I can't remember when exactly, but my cousin Alex, she got me a present, and it was just this like giant square, like all wrapped up. Of course, I didn't know what it was, and me being like a baby, I was like, "What is this? What is this?" And like, she was like, "Oh, I think you'll really like it." I can't remember I would have been like, surely it would have been like 13, 14.
2007 is like...
Oh, I'm not good at math.
Me neither.
You would have been in what, like year 8?
Yeah, probably.
I can remember when it came out, so it can't be that.
Yeah.
So you would have been like 13, I'd say.
13, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but she just hands me this giant disc and I just unwrap it and it's in rainbows on vinyl and I'm like, what is this?
Whoa.
I don't know what this is. And she's like, it's a record, it's a vinyl. You can play it on your record player at home, because my dad had like a really nice Bose setup and he had all these records, and for me it was just a new way to discover music, and I just remembered staring at like the artwork and reading like the liner notes and like the lyrics, and it's just really like a really beautiful experience. I just really took it all in.
That's lovely.
And then
that is beautiful.
That's how I started getting into records and going to record stores and just kind of diving a bit deeper with music. And yeah, that whole experience sort of stuck with me. So like then I started listening to more and more Radiohead and kind of going down that path. So.
Yeah, so that was your first.
Yeah, my first.
Damn, album number 7.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be honest. I stayed away from Radiohead in my young years and in high school.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I feel like they're kind of divisive in a weird way.
It was completely without listening to them aside from the singles. Like my house owned the like Radio Hits Best Of, which I think is already probably a bad way to go into Radiohead, because they're so like album theme, sonic space focused.
Yeah,
it seems like such a weird mishmash of songs. I didn't get a sense of identity for the band or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like it was like, to me, it felt like all the pretentious music people were like, this is the only kind of rock that you can enjoy. You know, this is cool rock that you can listen to. And I was honestly okay with listening to daggy rock.
So the cheesy stuff.
Yeah, that's so fun, because I felt like, when I got that vinyl, I was like, this is so cool. And then my like sort of pretentious hipster phase sort of started, and like that's sort of like not gatekeeping, but just like
little
elitism,
elitist,
just a little, just being like,
look, I wish
I listen to Radiohead. I'm so intellectual. It's like,
I wish I was on the band
like,
I would have loved that.
Yeah.
I wish I had a Christmas moment of uncovering Kid A or OK Computer or something.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. I swear, like, so many people have those moments. That's like, that's when I got into records, or that's when I got into this band. I don't think I have like any of those moments. Hey, I was thinking about like when I bought my record player. I was like, I think I'm just gonna buy one today, and then I just went and bought one. It wasn't like some cool like
great,
gift
though.
or like story or anything.
Yeah,
it's just framing. I reckon that is a cool moment.
Yeah, maybe.
Just came to you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need anyone to tell me what to do. Huh? Just went and bought
I don't think I was as into this album when it came out because I was a fan of the early stuff, like the simpy stuff, the stuff that, except Kid A. I was too young for Kid A at the time. But now that I'm older, listening to this is like, it's pretty experimental, but it's nowhere near as experimental as a lot of their other stuff went.
I realize this is also a pretty simpy album.
It is, yeah. It's way more listenable than I thought. Like, not that I didn't think it was listenable, but I just couldn't grasp it when I was young. I don't think this album, but now I can. I'm
pretty deep.
Very glad.
I'd say Radiohead.
You need a very high IQ
to listen.
Yeah.
Is it your favorite Radiohead album?
I think so. Or maybe Kid A, like a very close second.
Yeah, I love Kid A.
I think like the memory attached to that definitely makes me kind of biased. But the album, like the first 5 tracks as well, are just perfect.
Yeah,
it's just such a strong listen. Like they all hit so hard. Whereas, I don't know, maybe other radio albums, I do enjoy them, but maybe not as much. I wouldn't place them anywhere near. I don't know. I have to think about that.
Did you like their last one, the Moon-Shaped Pool?
That's the only one I haven't heard. I haven't heard that, and I haven't really touched Amnesiac and Hail to the Thief.
I really loved Moon-Shaped Pool.
I liked it as well.
Really enjoyed it.
But I haven't gone back to it as much. I liked it as like a listening experience, one go, but I haven't like yearned to go back.
There's several Radiohead albums I have just never listened to at all. But
True.
But that one is one I really enjoyed.
It is really good.
I remember hearing the lead single of that. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called.
Yeah.
There's a Burn the Witch on that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, that's wild. What's that? That is like a really like beautiful like piano track or something. I'm trying to remember. That sounds like a lot of Radiohead songs. That doesn't help. But
they also did a James Bond theme around that time.
I was actually so angry that was not this.
Have you heard that?
Yeah, it didn't get picked, did it?
No, and it's like the best James Bond song ever. It's so good. And it's so perfect. Like, it's, of course, Radiohead would do the best James Bond song. It's so, like, haunting.
Yeah. Well, because Johnny Greenwood as well, like the lead guitarist, he does so much work in movies too.
Yeah.
Like all the string arrangements. Like he's done There Will Be Blood. And I know he did Licorice Pizza. Have you guys heard of that?
I haven't seen that yet.
And it's got like one of the girls from Haim.
Have you?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I want to see it. But
I want to see it as well.
I've heard things.
Top of my list at the moment.
But yeah, I saw she was in it, and then I was like, oh, Johnny Greenwood does the soundtrack. I'm like, that just sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Should be
absolutely.
I heard the funny. Did you? I don't know if you saw it, but the quote like the other day. I'm just paraphrasing because I cannot remember, but I can't remember if it was Johnny or Colin Greenwood said in the early Radiohead days when he was on keys. He just had his volume all the way down because he didn't know how to play like anything, and they were jamming, and he'd just like be pretending like he was playing, and Tom York would be like, I really like what you're doing, like you can't really hear it, but when you can, I can really love what you're playing. And he was just like, no, I'm actually not playing, and didn't tell him. And then slowly as he started to get better, he turned the volume up. And he said that happened for like a year or two, and I was like, this has got to be a fake quote. And apparently it's full on like a real thing that he did like a year.
King.
Which I don't know who it was. I'm gonna have to try and find the actual quote.
Did you know that heaps of musos have just faked it until they've made it?
Yeah, most
Frank.
likely. Yeah, I can't find it, but I'll find it. Someone else will.
Do you have a story behind this Bonobo album at all? It's like a first album for anyone? No?
I remember when I first heard it, but my family didn't have like heaps of like electronica. My mum had like some Moby and some Massive Attack.
Yeah.
And I think it was like one of the first ones I'd found that kind of found a little bit more of my own. It had that, I kind of thought electronic was a bit daggy. But there's like so much live instruments in it that this is like really, really cool, really beautiful. And it kind of left my mind. And then I was having like a 19th birthday party or something at my house. And I asked Campbell to put together some songs for a playlist. And I think you included like Kiara or something.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, what is this song again? And then I got back into it.
It's in Sleeping Dogs. Have you guys played that?
Is it?
Yeah, it's in Sleeping Dogs.
That's a good game.
That's how I found it.
No.
It's like a GTA clone or like.
How dare you?
Well, not a. I was gonna say spin-off, but I'm like that doesn't make sense. GTA-like.
Yeah.
Game set in Hong Kong, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Just kung fu, undercover cop, infiltrating like crime bosses.
Yeah.
That sounds so good.
That sounds awesome.
Good. Go home and play it.
Yeah, the second track of the album, Kiara, is in that game. And
Kiara definitely has like a lot of the album does, but a little bit of an Asian feel too.
Yeah.
Like it's the same with Prelude.
Definitely see why they picked it, and it just still slaps.
That game had heaps of good music in it, actually.
Yeah.
Like I found like the Maccabees and stuff from that.
Oh, that's cool.
From that game.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go back and listen to that whole game soundtrack now.
But that's how I found it, and then through that I found Black Sands and would just put it on. And I felt like for me it's kind of an album I'd sort of maybe I'd listen to it while I was driving, or maybe I'd listen to it while I was studying. It just has a sort of really pleasant background.
It is.
Mood.
Yeah,
I feel like, and not in like a oh my god, this is so boring. Like I just forget about it. All the songs
Lo-fi,
are like
hip hop study beats.
It's just very pleasant to listen to while you're just doing like almost anything. Whereas I feel like there's definitely like certain albums you have to be in a very specific mood or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you're about to go out or if you go to the gym or something like that, like
yeah. I went to the little outdoor basketball court they have near my house and shot some hoops to this album, and I was like, "Fuck, this is perfect! Like I'm feeling it today.
Yeah,
I'm shooting 10%, and it's great. Missed pretty much every shot, but I still felt good doing it.
I found it really. I don't know if it's even a word, but like transportative. Like I feel like you go to a new place on it, which is like not crazy different for a lot of albums that I'm super into. Like. In Rainbows definitely has like a mood or a feel or a place you go into whilst you're listening to, but there's like this kind of exotic or like almost alien type feel of Black Sands, which I think like the name also helps take me to.
Yeah, I think he's blending of production styles as well, because you can definitely hear like a just like more traditional like hip hop influence through like the use of like break beats and then like the horns and clarinets, which I think for me drew me in, because I'm like, oh, live instruments, because I think back then when I heard it as a teenager, just like electronic music is like icky or something. It's just like kind of it's subpar. It's all dance music. It's like doos doos doos. But I heard this like this is like dance music, but with like it was just like I guess kind of a gateway into dance music, or more made it more accessible. Because it definitely blends like the two styles really well, because you'll hear like this live instrumentation section, and then out of nowhere like one of the walking bass lines will change into like a sub bass, and then there'll be like synths and like keys.
The sub bass is so good on this album. It's really good,
very pleasant. But it flows really well.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Campbell, does this type of like album ever inspire your production work? Like obviously the beats really... are nothing like Vacations, but does this type of like, or more of a listening pleasure?
I feel like back then, listening pleasure, but now, like when I was playing it in my little studio with the really nice speakers and the sound treated room, and everything's like perfect. I was definitely paying attention to like a lot of the drum sounds and just percussion and rhythms, and I was like, it's just definitely like I want to go back and keep listening to it.
Yeah.
It just has such a good. Very like a kind of warm vintage sort of feel. Like it sounds like it's been sampled off like an actual vinyl or something like that.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Avalanche's first album.
Oh my god, I wrote this down on my phone because I went back and listened to it. I think there's a track called... Let me find it. Yeah.
I had Kong down as a little bit Avalanche's-ish.
Yeah, and El Toro as well.
Yeah.
All Informs samples Why Can't I Get It Too by Six Boys in Trouble, which the Avalanches also sampled in Because I'm Me.
Ah, true.
Right. Okay.
Because I remember it's in All Informs, it's like that down, 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 down guitar riff, which I like drew me in because I was a guitar player at the time. That was one of my favorite tracks. So when I heard it, I was like, oh, I remember this. But there's these vocal chops in the background. It's like, and oh fuck, that almost sounded like Island Boy for a second. Anyway,
I'm an island boy.
But yeah, there are these vocal chops throughout that. And I was like, wait, that also sounds really familiar. What is the sample? And then did a quick Google search, and then the Avalanches sampled that track. That's really cool. Samples. So that's like some
you guys
fun.
were really on the money with that then.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, 'cause the Avalanches and also Flume. Obviously, this came before Flume, but I'm wondering if Flume was a bit inspired by this album, especially the song Kiara. That song.
Yeah, I had written I just wrote Flume.
Yeah.
Kiara.
Says here in my notes, Flume.
Just Flume. In fact, I put a full stop, which is kind of weirdly sassy to myself.
Parentheses. Ball.
Not that anyone else is going to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, very flumey. Very flumey.
For sure.
Yeah, I think like I really enjoyed this album. I love all the vocal features that happen throughout though, and it does make me wonder at certain points. I'm like, oh, what if there was more of that, or what if there was a rapper or just someone over the top? Like tracks like Kiara, I think work perfectly as an instrumental.
Yeah, there's only like 3 songs with.
I guess
it's the same. It's the same feature, isn't it?
And Drea,
Drea,
which her performances are like stunning. It's so beautiful and really change up the album, but they're also kind of placed at the back of the album, which
there's one early on,
and then
the other
2
2 are right at the end.
Yeah, back to back.
Yes.
Which is still cool. Kind of reminds me of Bad Bad Not Good's collaboration album with oh my god, what's his name? The album's called Sour Soul.
I can't think.
I straight up just don't know the answer.
If Brad was here, he would know.
Oh, Ghostface Killer. Ghostface.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I thought Action Bronson, and then not Action Bronson. It's Ghostface Killer because Ghostface. Yeah. Anyway, but they did an album together, and it's really, really beautiful. But then they also released an instrumental version of the album, which is just as beautiful in its own right, and it's fun having both the options.
Both there,
hearing the guest vocals on Black Sands, just has that thought in the back of my mind. I'm like, what if there was another like more guest features or more vocals?
That's cool. It's not something that came up during my listens, but I think I was there for just instrumental, and so every time there was guest vocals, I was like, oh, this is nice
it makes it
change.
special.
But that is something interesting to think about.
Yeah.
All right, sweet as. Shall we get into the segments?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, let's do it then. Get inked. That's right. Get inked is still around, guys. We're going to make some tattoo designs from the lyrics from some of these albums. I'll go first this week. Also, if you don't have any plan, you can either wing them or you can just decide which one of Adam's and mine you can get tattooed, but you have to get them tattooed.
You
by
are
law.
Mine is so shit this week.
Yes, so am mine. From In Rainbows, Faust Up, little Black Ops 1 reference. This is not the tattoo, just the name Faust. If anyone remembers Black Ops 1, Kino de Todd Zombies map.
Yeah, nice.
They had like posters. Actually, this can be my tattoo. This is way better. They had posters that just said Faust, like in the zombie like map. That's just my tattoo now. That's way better. The one I had written was the line. Yeah, the line I had written was dead from the neck up. I guess I'm stuffed. And it was just Tom York as a stuffed moose on the wall as a tattoo as well. Somehow.
Could I go next? Because mine's actually very similar.
Yeah, do it.
Mine was Body Snatchers, and it was a very, very cartoony Tom York being struck by lightning with I'm Alive underneath it. And he's got like the Frankenstein bolts.
Oh, yeah. Nice. That's heaps good too. That's really good.
I didn't have lyrics for this because I forgot that you had to have lyrics with it.
No, you don't have to, man.
No, you don't have to.
No, you don't. Do whatever you want.
Even better. Cool. Okay. Well, I would have Tom York as the rainbow fish.
Oh.
from the kids' book that I'm sure we all
Yeah.
read.
Yeah.
And then just have weird fishes underneath it.
That's
Or
heaps
just be, like
good.
Tom York's head on like a fish body, and like maybe
I would definitely think that's gross if I saw it on your body.
You throw it back.
But I'd appreciate
Throw it back immediately.
like
especially because you could get it like really professional and get it like colored and stuff, and maybe even like iridescent, or I don't know how inks work, or just imagining it as like a really shit home job, like stick and poke.
That's good. I don't know which I'd prefer.
It'll also be a really good NFT.
Where would you?
We've been saying that last couple of weeks.
I think I'd get the fish on my bicep,
No.
or like up to my upper arm or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Flexing.
Yeah, we've been saying we should just turn this segment into NFTs instead of
Yeah,
tattoos.
and then start selling them.
Probably
Yeah.
more like on trend, right?
Yeah.
We just follow the trends. We just follow them. Adam, what's your Radiohead one? We might as well go and do that and then come back.
Okay, my Radiohead one. My Radiohead one's pretty weird now that I read it. From Body Snatchers, he talks about it has like your mouth moves only when someone's hand is up your ass. It's like a ventriloquist doll. So I just thought of Tom York as like a ventriloquist, like a Chucky style doll, which would be really scary.
I hate that.
What's
Yeah, I
the
hate it
actual
as well.
line? Does he say that?
Does he say that? That's wild.
Yeah, your mouth moves only when someone's hand is up your ass. And then he talks a lot. He says, they got a skin and they put me in. They've got a skin, they put me in. All the lines wrapped around my face. I was like, sounds like you're a doll. Anyway,
I've never picked up on that the entire time.
it's a pretty weird
All
song
my years of
when you read the lyrics.
Quite hard on this album to work out for a lot of tracks I found.
I feel like that's just old
Standard.
Tom York. I feel like that's why a lot of people can't get into
Old Tom
Radiohead.
York.
Sort of in a
I think
similar
that's why I
way.
like it more.
Sort of in a similar way to why people can't get into, say, like the Smashing Pumpkins, because Billy Corgan is just like, it's just, just can't really. But it kind of like, I can't imagine anyone else singing the songs. It kind of works, just kind of there. But I do get like when you try and actually figure out the lyrics, you're like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, I think when I was younger, I really cared about lyrics. I was like, it has to relate to me. I have to feel its torment in my soul.
That's interesting. I'm like the opposite. When I was younger, I did not give a fuck. I just wanted guitar riffs, and now I like pay attention a little bit more. Like I barely pay attention.
I don't think I have to have good lyrics, but if they're there, I really like it.
But if they're bad, they're bad.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
make you
Really
take
know
it
those
seriously.
they really
bad.
stick out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but I
a-
don't
it's
mind
a-
a mediocre. I don't mind a mediocre lyric at all. Like if the music's good,
placeholder
it's
lyrics.
fine.
If it's like a pop song or something, and it's kind of funny and like it kind of works, like it makes the
Yeah.
song weirdly better. But if they're like really trying, and it's like a
If
serious,
it's a pop punk band,
yeah.
if it's a guy that's pretending to be a pop punk artist right now
With-
called Machine Gun Kelly, some of the lyrics on his new songs are fucking terrible, and you can't help but
He just
listen to
seems
them.
like a terrible person as well.
Yeah,
like,
he's the worst.
Some of the comments
He's the
that
worst
like
bloke.
people are digging up, and like some of the things it's just gross, like really creepy. Like
Yeah.
He's in a soon to be released movie actually,
no way,
using his actual name, which is
Machine Gun.
probably like Corey.
Corey Blake.
Corey in the house.
Yeah, Corey Worthington.
I'm not taking the
my God.
sunnies off. You can't make me.
Anyway,
Yeah, heaps quick. From Black Sands, my tattoo. Just the song name Kong. The dog toy brand Kong. So just like one of those classic red pyramid shaped toys, but instead of Kong, it says Bonobo.
Oh, that's so
Bonobo,
good. That's so good.
Written in the same
that's
font.
really good, actually.
Yeah.
Damn,
Well done.
that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
thanks. Thank you. Wow, what are your guys for the Black Sands album?
Oh, I'm gonna think about this really quickly because I didn't think about one for Black.
I had one
That's okay. If you don't
From-
have one, it doesn't matter. What's yours, Adam?
from All In Forms. You can't really hear it, but I looked up on Genius the lyrics because it's just kind of in the background. But there's a lyric. It's I'm just a square, just put on my best. So I was thinking of like someone in their like Sunday best, like their church suit, but then their head is just like a black square. Pretty shit. Pretty terrible.
that's
That's actually kind of spooky. I like that.
It's kind of spooky, yeah. It's a little bit,
I'm all
little bit
You
Black
hit up-
Mirror, maybe.
spooky.
You got that lyric from Genius, did you?
Yeah.
I hit up Genius. They haven't responded to me, so they don't want to. They don't want
For
to
a
sponsor the.
sponsorship.
They don't want to sponsor the pod.
Ah, that's all right.
Yeah, no worries, no dramas,
Rather
guys.
rude.
They'll come around.
Genius.com. Did you guys have any? If not, it does not matter.
I think I'd just get like super white girl moment. Just get "We Could Forever" on my ribs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, tasteful.
That tastes good.
Oh, that's. I always thought it's just them, but like El Toro. So maybe like what's the
Like
a
matador? Yeah, like a matador, or like a bull or something like that.
That'd be nice.
Thought you were gonna say Nacho Libre.
Also
okay, that
Jack Black in Nacho Libre.
Like a Nacho Libre. Jack Black tattooed on your body.
not even a luchador, a Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, it's good shit. All right, let's do the ad. We're just picking our favorite songs, one from each album. Campbell, what are your top 2 tracks?
Top 2 tracks. Wait, so just one? Yeah, one from each album.
One from each.
One from each. Yeah.
All I Need from In Rainbows. That's such a good moment on the album.
Yeah.
And then probably All Informs, or maybe the title track, Black Sands, like the last track on the album.
Really?
Really beautiful. It's just so beautiful. I get such a like visceral, like cinematic feeling from it. Like it's such a good way to tie up the album. And just that like classical guitar at the start is just so beautiful, and then it just kind of keeps coasting along, and it's like a 6.5 minute track, but it doesn't feel like that because it just has so many movements, and it's so beautiful in how it moves.
Yeah, it truly does sound like an international album. Like he wrote one song in a different country. Like every song sounds like it's pulled from a different place, and that one sounds like
very Journey-esque.
I did get a bit more like visual kind of imagery listening to that album as well. Like I did feel like I was more in like a place as opposed to like Radiohead, which just sounds good. Like it sounds cool, but
I feel like you're in a feeling for Radiohead, if that can be.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
cool. What about you, Jake? What are yours?
I think it's probably Weird Fishes.
Yeah.
From In Rainbows. I just really like the movement on that song. I like it going into like that arpeggio bit is really beautiful. That transition's nice. And I am just a real big sucker for the drum and bass on that song.
Yeah.
And I think it is Stay the Same for Black Sands. I think the vocal melody for that is really incredible, really special.
Is that the one I thought that was like the jazz club, like Snake Eater?
That is the one before it.
That's one before it. Yep.
Which is
The Keeper.
That is definitely like that reminds me of Massive Attack, like the song they did for, but that was the title track for Luther. So
okay.
So, yeah, BBC detective type beat. You're absolutely on point for that.
Yeah.
The one after that,
That's
it's it's just really lovely.
Sweet. Adam, what are yours?
For Radiohead, I'll probably go. No one said Jigsaw yet, have they? Jigsaw fallen into place?
Yeah, Jigsaw is great. I love Jigsaw.
I mean, it's the big single, but listening to it again, I was like, this is truly like it's another like Radiohead epic.
Yeah,
it really is quite epic.
Every time I hear epic, I think of Joey because he unironically drops epic all the time. Or like,
it's so funny. I reckon it's hilarious.
I don't know
Drop
if
now.
you know this yet, Campbell. His new word is mega.
No,
he calls everything mega. It's heaps of
That's
I was
actually
thinking the other day,
pretty
really funny word.
Epic and mega.
Mega.
Jumbo is a really funny word. Jumbos. It's
Jumbo
hilarious.
icy.
Jumbo
big
is so
icy,
funny.
please.
That's wild though. The Jigsaw was the single off the album because I totally would have thought it'd be like Body Snatchers.
I feel it's weird.
Well, I actually don't know. I don't know if it was. All I know is Jigsaw was the highest ranking song on the Hottest 100 for this album, and I had the CD of the Hottest 100 that year.
Oh wow!
That was my introduction to the album.
Because it's like the
it was
second last track, and it's like that acoustic kind of drum start, right? And it's
it just kind of builds. It builds a lot all the way through.
It's like very discordant.
Which is like a very, which I love. That's like my favorite Radiohead stuff. Where it's just kind of
Radiohead is an artist that is always doing songs where it's building up or changing,
building, and you don't know in what way.
Yeah.
Keeps you on your toes.
Where are we going? I don't know.
Yeah, it's great. And then I'll probably go. I really liked Kong. For Black Sands. It's just the synth line I haven't been able to get out of my head for some reason. It's just stayed in my head for like the last week. So
can you
say that one? And I found that one very Avalanche-esque. So I'll go those two.
I was gonna say Jigsaw Fall in Your Place too, even though it's a single.
Sucked in, mate.
Like the best song. But I'll say Body Snatchers then. It's like a psych riff, like kind of randomly on this album, but
yeah.
And coming out of 15 Step, I really like it, because they're kind of different songs, but they work really well together. And then I'll say Kiara, the Flume track, because it's just
Kiara's
like a really. It's not surprising that you put that in Jake's epic Jumbo 19th birthday playlist.
Party playlist.
Yeah, because that's a good song.
That happened. That's a really cute memory.
You better believe there was
you
a lot
handed
of
me the
because the
orcs.
internet as well. Like it was that period of time.
I might chuck it in my own 19th birthday playlist.
Bro.
Might have missed that
in
one.
the mail, please.
Yeah. I only just turned 18, so you got a few months.
I want to dance to Flume. Let me dance to Flume.
What's the name of Flume's first album? Or is it just Flume? All the same. I just remember that album playing like at every single 18th.
Yep. Holding
The
on.
second one was Skin.
Fine.
First one was.
It's just called Flume.
Was it?
I'm gonna be real. I do not miss not hearing that album at every house party.
Yeah, I kind of went back to it a little bit. I don't know if it was like a couple months back or maybe even longer, but I felt like a lot of the tracks on that album just do not hold up.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, I just felt like it was really fun. Like when I was like 18, going to parties, I was definitely the vibe. Just listening back to it now, there's just some tracks, especially there's one track that has like a rap feature on it, and I thought it was so cool. I think it's On Top.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool at the time. I was like, "Whoa, rap music! This is great!" And now, every time I hear it now, I'm like, "This sucks!" Like,
it's like rap caricature.
Yeah. It's just.
Anyway,
that'd be 10 years old this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was like the biggest album in the country for, I swear, 3 years. Yeah,
he played on Dubbo One Night Stand.
Wow.
I went.
Dubbo's biggest night. Oh, really?
It's great.
That's awesome.
Vaughn Soho as well.
How old are you? 16?
18.
They still do One Night Stand.
That's nice.
I only lived in Orange. I was only like an hour away, so.
I don't know if they do.
I'm not sure.
And everything.
Love it if they still did, but.
Yeah, I imagine they probably would, just don't at the moment, because what's the point of planning something that's going to get cancelled anyway?
Yeah.
You're telling us.
Well, like they're announcing all the Splendor side shows and stuff, and that's like June, July?
A few months away. July,
yeah.
Late July, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's do Spocks and Spacks.
Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play
Spocks and Spacks.
Took this one straight from Spicks and Specks. I'll be singing 3 songs. 2 are from these albums. I'll be singing using different words. I'm reading from Dave Grohl's book, The Storyteller, Tales of Life and Music.
How is that book? Just as a quick side note.
I haven't gone through much, but like it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Like
we sell it at JB Hi-Fi, so I could get a discount if you rate it.
It's alright. Yeah, not bad.
That's not a glowing review, I wouldn't say.
Oh, it's cool.
Right.
Like the stories are cool. You know, especially if you like Dave Grohl. All right. So first song, I got to sing along with this. So give me a sec. I need to play it as per.
Is that going to give it away?
Oh no, we need buzzers. We need buzzers. What would
Mine's
you like your buzzers to be? What is it?
Gabagool.
Oh yeah. What do you want your buzzers to be? If you know the song, you have to buzz in.
Mine's going to be She.
Campbell.
Nice.
That's a buzz.
Classic.
That's a buzz and a half.
Don't think anyone's ever just resorted to a actual buzz.
Buzz.
That's incredible.
That was good.
This
All
whole time.
right, here we go. First song from one of these 2 albums. Yeah. Here we go. Tracy, they're here.
Alright, so it's Radiohead.
In the extravagant void of my archery's turn of the century. There's a gap in the music here. Give me a sec. Illinois State.
Gabagool? Is that 15 Step?
It is 15 Step by Radiohead.
Oh my god.
That was good.
Yeah, couldn't you tell, guys? Alright, let's do a new chapter. Okay.
No fault of yours, honestly. That was all me.
It was all high pitched, so it
all
probably didn't
your
sound like
fault,
any melody. It was probably all the one note. Alright, here we go. Song number 2 from one of these two albums. Sabrina was a mud wrestler. For those unfamiliar with this rather fringe sport, is the active two people.
Is it Jigsaw falling into place?
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Fuck, these are harder to sing than I thought. Because he sings in like such like a almost monotone kind of way, and I didn't want to pick up.
It's kind of like
moments.
washy and slurred as well. Like,
yeah, I'm not doing a good job. All right, last song. It's not from these albums. It's from an album we've done on the pod, but I've kept it to ones that you'll probably get. So don't stress out. All right, I just got to find the part in this song. Here we go. I reckon you'll get this straight away. Here we go. Wait, it started too early. I felt Jimmy's absence to my car at the time
Always been bad at these.
Kurt's passing. I'll do that part again. Oh no, actually you'll probably get the verse.
okay.
I'm gonna do the first verse. Ready? Alright, here we go. Yep. I was no longer just a skinny little boy hiding behind a mane. Guys, anyone? Of hair and a giant drum set as my emotions became. Don't leave me.
don't leave me dry.
Oh, high and dry. High and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to sing the actual lyric because you were never getting it. It was high and dry. I don't care who got it. You both got it.
High and dry.
Yes, Jake got it.
Thank you.
He buzzed
Yeah,
it.
as soon as the part from the chorus came, but I started listening to like what you were actually saying, like the
Yeah.
what we were reading from the Dave Grohl book and like the drum set and stuff. And I'm no longer a skinny boy.
That was a punish. I hate doing this segment. We all hate it. It's fun for everyone.
Like it now.
It's fun for everyone who's not singing. What, you like singing?
Yeah, I like it now.
Oh, right. Are you doing next week? You sing next week, don't you?
Yeah. No, I sung last week. Brad's next week.
Oh.
To the dirty nil.
As a contestant, I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I like it. It's
Alright.
fun.
Honestly,
Thanks,
I needed
guys.
that ego boost after that, so thank you. Thank you. All right, we got one more segment. Let's do it. Two truths and a lie. Brad was meant to be up, but Adam's up this week. 3 statements about these artists. I'm assuming they're about Radiohead, though. 2 are true, 1's a lie. We got to figure out the lie. What did Brad send you, Adam?
Okay, so first one, Radiohead's old band name was On a Friday. Second one, according to NME, the average price paid by fans to buy In Rainbows was under £3, including pirated and illegal purchases. They were illegal purchases? Why would you? What's the point? Anyway, a fan of Johnny Greenwood wrote a letter to the Academy Awards after his score for There Will Be Blood was rejected for being nominated for Best Original Score. And sorry, his letter was in blood
Oh,
to the Academy Awards. That's
okay.
so gnarly.
I feel like
What do you reckon, guys?
I reckon-
my first initial reaction is that C is false. I feel like A is true.
Yeah,
I think the second one was true because that just makes sense. People wouldn't pay more than what they have to because they're
If you don't
cheap.
know what you're getting, I always feel like the first smart thing to do is go freebie. I know. I mean, I'm just assuming the average listener is like me and dirt poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first two are true, and I think the last one, whether there will be blood, is false. I kind of want it to be true because that's metal. That's insane.
Really metal.
Is it more interesting if we pick different ones?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the first one on a Friday.
Well, then I'll go B then. Let's do it. I reckon B is the lie.
Okay.
Alright.
Radiohead's old band name was, in fact, On a Friday.
No worries.
That's a terrible band name.
Yeah,
On
that
Friday.
Well, they changed it, so
They did change it, but that's one with.
I'll
That's
say it
a
with
pretty
the
shocking
worst.
name.
It's pretty bad. Anyway, that's one that you go just through the week. They say, when are we going for beers? And you go, on Friday, band name. And they went, yeah, let's do that. Anyway, according to NME, the average price paid by fans to buy In Rainbows was under £3, and that is true. And it included pirated. It was free if you wanted it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
That work? Like,
Why were people pirating it? Anyway.
What's an illegal purchase?
Just to
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't a fire? This is Brad's truths. He's sent through to me.
bought
So
with fake money.
maybe he can claim Monopoly money.
Yeah. Monopoly money.
Which means that the last one is in fact false. You guys were right. But great lie from Brad.
That is a good.
But really,
Very good
Campbell
line.
was only right. Me and Jake decided not to go with it, even though we thought it was the same. That's all good though.
Hey,
Nice work, guys.
That's the game.
that's all right.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Well done, Brad. All right, we got one thing left to do. We got to rate these albums out of 10. Out of 10 what, though? For In Rainbows. Out of 10
Weird fishes.
Weird Fishes.
I thought Weird Fishes had to be
Has to be it.
And then what about for Black Sands?
Kongs.
Kongs. Yep.
Done. Boom. All right. We'll go one album at a time. So, Jake, you can start with In Rainbows, and we don't do decimal points. So what are you giving out of 10 Weird Fishies?
We do a thing after every show where we rate how our own gig was. And the shtick is kind of that I rate high, Joey rates really low, and then Campbell and Nate usually fall somewhere in the middle.
That's cool.
It's pretty funny.
I honestly think that In Rainbows is one of the best Radiohead albums. So it's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yes. Boom. Campbell?
That was a tasty score. I think I would give it 8 weird Tom York rainbow fishes. The first 5 tracks are so strong. They are like immaculate. I can find no fault there. But then I think the 6th track, Faust Up or Faust Up,
that's
and
an
then
interlude for sure.
Faust Up, and then it's like Reckoner and House of Cards. It sort of dips a little bit there, and it dips for maybe too long. And me, there's still.
I love Reckoner. I agree that House of Cards for me is like a little bit too long, and I think
Yeah.
I'm not like an outlier in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it picks back up with Jigsaw falling into place for me, and then Videotape. I love Videotape. It's a very interesting one to end on because it is quite like somber, like kind of an emotional ending. I'm sort of like, I guess so. Like it also is kind of meant to lead into that second In Rainbows album, so that sort of makes you wonder if you listen to those two things back to back, like that change the experience. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I would give it an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna settle with that. It's just a very, very strong start, kind of a weird middle point, and then it kind of picks back up, but it doesn't reach that same high again.
Yeah. I was going to say exactly the same thing. I'm going an 8 as well. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of some of the middle stuff, but I do also think that I reckon it's top 3 at least of Radiohead's albums. Don't know what order really, but it's so good. And like quite late, well not late, but later on in their career.
Late, I feel like, yeah, you're not wrong.
To be able to do this after doing like breaking so much ground in the 90s and then doing this in 2007 is incredible, I think. And I do love it, but yeah, I do also feel like there's a little bit of a dip, and like I found that after the first couple of listens of listening through all the way, I was like skipping bits in the middle a little bit. So I'll go an 8, but yeah, the first half and the end is crazy strong.
Yeah, and it's
the
like
only dip for me and why it's a 9 is House of Cards being a little bit too long.
Yeah,
I'm
it is a bit long.
I'm in the right headspace. Like I'm cool to vibe in there.
Yeah,
it's not a bad song. It just doesn't have like peaks as much.
Yeah, I find that
it doesn't keep me engaged.
Even if the album's dipping, it's still quite strong. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
because for other bands, like that would be their sort of peak. Work, but like for Radiohead, it's like it's okay
in comparison,
but I can still listen to it. It's still fine. It's just that those first 5 tracks are just, like I said, they're just so strong. Like yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna go 9. Actually, I said this before like 100 times on the pod, but I just appreciate albums that are like whole albums, and this just feels like one. Like the flow of it all. Yeah, those songs aren't as great, but in like the right space, they're just beautiful. Like beautiful tracks,
I can understand.
especially, and it's look at them on their own. They're just lovely, well-written songs. Yeah, easy 9 for me actually. All right, let's do 9 fishes. That is. Let's do Black Sands out of 10 Kongs.